The day began early as my driver arrived to pick me up for the long drive from Uvita to San Jose via Jaca. Before setting off, I requested a brief stop at Uvita Beach.
So I just paid 697.
Known for its iconic whale-tail shape, visible from above, the beach had a striking appeal. Though up close, it felt more rugged than picture-perfect. Still, its vast shoreline and powerful waves made an impression. The journey toward Jaca was largely uneventful. The road passed through lush green landscapes typical of Costa Rica's Pacific region, with occasional small villages breaking up the scenery. We stopped briefly at a viewpoint overlooking Jaca Beach, a popular tourist destination. The view showcased the crescent beach backed by the town, though the high-rise buildings felt oddly out of place in the otherwise natural setting. As we moved inland towards San Jose, the scenery changed. The vegetation became denser and more vibrant, with a distinctly tropical feel. It was the kind of lush environment people imagine when they think of Costa Rica. We stopped once to see some crocs in the muddy water under the bridge. Along the way, I suggested stopping for lunch, and my driver quickly recommended a local restaurant on the outskirts of San Jose.
I want a fish.
Okay.
Yeah, fish.
I like it already.
The food was traditional and clearly a favorite with locals. After a full day on the road, I headed straight to the hotel to rest, knowing the next day would be packed with visits to several locations around the city. Interestingly, locals and travelers alike seem to have little praise for San Jose itself, so I decided to skip exploring the city center.
Economy here, because most of them they will be working on jobs like.
I was in Uvita. It does not look much. Uvita is very small.
Yep, that's right.
Then what's the other one on the coast? big one.
Well, for example, you will find
Jaco?
you will find Jaco, you will
Jaco,
find Manuel
yeah.
Antonio. In the Pacific side, also you will find Guanacaste, Liberia. Well, all those towns. Okay, well, those are more touristic spots.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the Juan Santa Maria Park. This one to your right.
Yeah, it's carrying a torch.
Exactly. Okay, and right here you can see the monument, and also the guns over there.
Cannons, yeah.
The can.
Alajuela. And then we are in front of the monument of Juan Santa Maria. Nice. All flowers in Costa Rica.
Also, well, they have an interesting tradition, which is the tradition of the nicknames. And for example, if you pass through the park and one of these seniors see your face and that person says something like, you have a papaya face, your nickname will be papaya face the rest of your life. That's the reason why you have to be careful if you pass through that park. And also, well, if you want to have an enemy for life, okay, you can go there to the middle of the park and you can scream in the middle of the park. The best soccer team in Costa Rica is Deportivo Saprissa. That is the soccer team from San Jose, and they hate them.
Okay.
Okay, because they support the soccer team of this town, which is Liga Deportiva Alajuelense. In that case, probably okay, you're gonna get out with an enemy for life, with several nicknames, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna throw mangoes to you.
Yes.
Okay, and that's the reason why you have to be careful if you go to that park. Okay, the famous Park of Los Mangos, or the Mango Park, and the real name is Tomás Guardia Park. Okay, the name, of course, is related with one of our ex-presidents. Okay, and his name that was Tomás Guardia. Also, well, right here to your right-hand side, okay, this is the Tribunal of Justice of Alajuela. All these buildings here to your right, and also the mountain in front of us. Okay, this is just part of the section of the Poas volcano.
Okay.
All that area over there in front of us, okay, is part of the formation of Poas volcano.
The Central Valley of, and there's San Jose in the distance.
Exactly. The section where you can see the buildings, that is San Jose. If you look to your right-hand side, okay, the open area there to your right, is the International Airport Juan Santa Maria.
Okay.
And that those are active, and Poas is one of those.
Behind this, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, behind of this living fence.
Look how pretty it is over here.
All these houses over here, those are houses used by the coffee
My
makers.
first stop was a coffee plantation just outside the city. The plantation is one of the oldest in Costa Rica.
The entrance of the estate. You can see the floor. Okay, the floor represents the coffee seats. And also, well, right here, you will see a different type of ornamental plants. For example, right here, you will see the wild gingers. You will see here the bird of paradise. Also, well, we have the papyrus also there.
Papyrus, yeah.
Coffee. We have cajuelas and we have fanegas.
Fanegas, okay.
Those are used when it's more like fruital flavors. Sweet pepper on it, and also they use butter and
Breakfast. And some French blend.
seeds. Everybody going to the church, and that's the reason why for the beginning of the season, you can use a plastic basket.
So I'm eating pitanga, Brazilian fruit. It's very good taste. Like it. So just we know where we're at.
Other brand is Doca Tres Generaciones, and that brand is the Carolina. And also here we have this other box, and the name of this box is Fanega. Okay, cajuela. When the coffee arrives, we're going to put the coffee into the cup with high tech and the old-fashioned computer over here. We take the control about how many fanegas, and then process. Okay, and it's like that. The coffee will be falling off into the tank over here. You can see the machine. The machine looks brand new. The reason why is because at the end of each harvest, we have to take off all the parts of the machine in this direction, where the coffee will be resting with water 32 hours, and after 32 hours, the sweet layer or the slime that's gonna float on top. Okay, you can see this is just
This brand new machine from 1950s. Looks also very good, also in great shape. Very interesting.
On the back, there we have some calderas.
Okay.
We produce the heat for this machine. Okay, the heat is actually sent or extract from the calderas by the fan. And the fan sends the air through the... Many people ask about what happened with the oldest plants. This one is an old plant, 30 years old plant. And basically with this wood, we take off this layer over here. Okay, you can see. Okay, that is the seed. Okay, this is the seed, and this is the parchment. Okay, well, the seed is the only part using for the... We have this process which is known like the honey process. We keep these layers because, well, with the passage of the time, the market have been changing a lot. High pressure, okay, and the coffee is going straight to the dry process. Well, it's crazy. Passing through the machines right there. Okay, those machines are... You can smell this coffee. It has basically, well, a filter made in fabric. And this filter made in fabric, of course, well, is going to do a very good job. We have the coffee. Well, that's the reason why we're I advise you're preparing the coffee.
Two of my favorites. Costa Rica. Put a lot of sugar.
Nestled within the central highlands of Costa Rica, Poas volcano stands at over 2,700 meters and is one of the most accessible and active volcanoes in the world, drawing visitors from far and wide. As you approach the park, the air grows cooler and the landscape shifts to dense cloud forests shrouded in mist.
Of the different sections what we got. Tombs we found actually pre-Columbian figures, okay, like this ones, okay, figures made in the San Juan volcano. The volcano is just like an iceberg. Because
The journey to the crater is not just a hike, it's an immersion into a world teeming with biodiversity. Birds flit through the trees, and the scent of rich volcanic soil fills the air.
A good spot to go to buy high quality coffee.
You pointed to one going off the thing to the left. You pointed to the
Okay, no lake.
No lake. It's very cloudy right now. That's gonna change the color to yellow, and after yellow to red. And when it's an explosion, and then just
It's gone. Yeah. Dios mío.
goodbye.
Yes, pura vida.
Yeah, that's right. Like this can represent the different eruptions of the volcano. Big layers represent big eruptions, the small layers represent the small
Yeah.
eruptions. And this is the natural map of the eruption.
Very nice.
If you are lucky, suddenly the crater appears. A massive, otherworldly expanse of steaming turquoise water surrounded by jagged, grey-brown walls. La Paz Waterfall Gardens was our last stop of the day, and the rain was pouring, making the place feel even more like a jungle. We ended up taking cover in the aviary, surrounded by bright, colorful birds. It was such a cool spot to wait out the weather. Lunch was fine, nothing too exciting, but watching the hummingbirds zipping around and drinking from the feeders definitely made it more fun. Even with the rain, it was a great way to wrap up the day.
Ay, es una cosa maravillosa.
Ese se llama violación sincronizable. This one.
Staying at the Bougainvillea Hotel comes with a special perk, a beautiful garden that's a haven for bird enthusiasts. It's full of vibrant, local bird species, making it a great spot to explore, especially if you're into bird photography. Definitely worth checking out.